Good morning, day 2 here in Amman, Jordan. All right, yesterday was awesome. We were down at Mount Nebo. We experienced the Promised Land among other scenes and sights. And dealing with my luggage is still lost. I should have prophesied yesterday for my luggage to come in as soon as possible instead of just saying 3 weeks. Once you're surrounded by prophets, they change your mindset. Regarding where we're going to today, let's find out.
Can call him Mo. It's easier.
You know Muhammad Ali, the boxer?
Cassius Clay.
Yeah, Cassius Clay. Yeah.
So, you guys been yesterday to Marabat Mount Nebo. You have seen the Promised Land from the Ibarim, as it's been known. You saw the land of Moab.
Yeah.
And today we're going down south. We are going to visit one of the 7 new wonders of the world. We're going to visit Petra. It will take us about 3 hours and a half to arrive. And it's the same to come back.
Sir, we would need a bathroom break by halfway.
We will do have different stops along the way for
Thank you.
bathrooms. It's also hard for me, don't worry. And we should be back in the late afternoon today. We will have lunch in Petra. And we will have a walk inside the city till we see the beautiful treasury. And then we'll head back to Amman.
All right. See Jordan River.
That's from the Israel side. Yeah, after we cross over.
So what's the plan tomorrow, John? I mean,
Tomorrow you'll be heading in the morning to the borders up north. Yeah.
so we are vacating the hotel.
You'll be changing, you're leaving, and you have also a crossing of borders.
Tomorrow?
How far is the border from here?
It's 2 hours and a half.
Oh,
Tomorrow we need to leave at 7 o'clock.
See?
okay.
Say that again. Can you say that again?
We need to leave at 7 o'clock tomorrow. It's
7
important to
a.m.
be
You don't have to say
tomorrow because you have a crossing
You have
and
to say AM because the Indians are here.
What's that? What is
7 o'clock in the morning after the sunrise.
that?
That's it. That's a souvenir. It's a souvenir bought yesterday. But it's where we're going today. We're going to Petra, Jordan today. But I bought the souvenir yesterday.
So because of we are
Christians are
Orthodox, Catholic, Evangelist, Baptist,
Jordan.
Protestant, Pentecostals, everything. We are few and we have problems with the kids. How are you going to give them, each one of them have different calendar for Christmas and Easter. So we united all churches together in Jordan. We celebrate Easter with the Orthodox Church, and the rest they celebrate Christmas with the Catholic Church because these are the 2 biggest churches here. So right now we have today Ash Wednesday.
Ash Wednesday, yeah.
Tomorrow it's the Thursday before Friday.
And next week, Sunday.
Sunday it's our Easter.
Monday.
So when you guys had like Easter in Europe, it was Palm Sunday in Georgia. About 60,000 square miles. It's bordered at north with Syria. On the south we have Saudi Arabia, Egypt and Israel. On the east we have Saudi Arabia. Northeast we have Iraq. On the west we recognize 2 states. One of them it is the Palestinian National Authority in the land which we call the West Bank or the 67 land. And we recognize Israel as a state on the land which we call it in 1948 land.
Yes.
As we have made this agreement in 1995 and we are with the same politic that the United Nations use till today, which is the presence of 2 different states in the western area of Jordan. Now, what is the kind of يطلع in this country, 96% of the population are Muslim Sunnis, 4% are Christians. We do have 95% of the population are Arabs, 5% are Chechenian, Circassians, Armenians. The land is divided in three main areas. One of them is called the Great Rift Valley, that starts from Turkey all the way to North Africa, covering an area of 5,000 kilometers of length, or 3,000 miles. We have the lowest point in the world, which is the Dead Sea. It is a subtropical climate where we have a lot of agriculture in that area. Tomorrow we will be crossing the area of the Jordan Valley. The southern side is arid desert. The northern side is much more green. From the Jordan Valley, it's the high plateau that runs from north to south, have a medium height between 1,000 to 1,200 meters, which is 3,300 to about 4,000 feet. The highest peak of them is about 1,854 meters, which means approximately around, I would say, 5,200 feet. Now, while the Jordan Valley is influenced by a subtropical climate, this area is influenced by the Mediterranean Sea. And we have, from yesterday and before yesterday, we had a very weird and strange type of weather that normally we don't have, which is a temperature below the medium average in about 10 to 12 Celsius degrees. So yesterday was really cold. Before yesterday, it snowed in Amman.
That's crazy.
It snowed in Amman, in the northern part of Amman, of Jordan, have snow. And this is very unlikely to happen. But we are crossing a period of change, climate change, all over the world.
These people from Toronto brought this weather down.
Do you get snow at all here?
Snow here each year.
You do?
Oh yes, each year. During January, February, we have a snow, most of the high plateau. But it does not stay more than 1 week, at the most in days, then it just dissolves.
It's not like Charlotte.
Now, from the high plateau toward the east, northeast, southeast, we have the extension of the desert. The desert is divided by three types of desert. The northern desert, it is basalt, black, volcanic eruption. The middle one that today we'll be crossing, it's limestone desert. South, it's sandstone desert. 70% of this land is desert. We live in a very arid area. We are the second poorest country in water resources.
Water resource?
That's why we gotta pay for water.
Water resources.
That's why we pay for water.
We don't have water. That's our dilemma. With the fast,
So which one is the poorest country in the water resource?
Bahrain. Now, with the population arriving to about 10 million right now, 20 years, in which 3.5 million are refugees. While you used to be I remember in the 90s, we used to be 3.7 million, all of Jordan.
Oh,
So imagine the consumption of water, how that happens.
So it's tripling now,
And imagine all the hotels that we built in new one, how many millions of liters they consume. So we made a lot of dams, it wasn't enough. So what we did, we started to pump water from underground lake that we discovered in the southern part of Jordan all the way to Amman. We have like a pipeline, it's right there where you can see the yellow poles around us. We will see it up ahead, it's along our way that we had these big pipelines and we just pumped the water up. The underground lake is located about 600 meters under the ground. It's a huge lake, fossil type of water. It is over a basin of granite.
IKEA.
This makes it also full of radiation. But they treat the water along its way up to a man to get out the radiation out.
They grow it in all those little tins up there.
All of these greenhouses, they use it.
Wasn't us, yeah.
In the greenhouses, we use them differently than other places. Here we use them to keep the humidity inside the greenhouse, not to protect it from rain or cold.
Grow tomatoes.
This is IKEA, if you guys
Yep.
like to buy some furniture.
So this is the only IKEA in Amman?
Yeah.
Swedish. It's a Swedish company.
Yeah, it's
This is the only road that is mentioned in the book of Guinness as the oldest road still in use. Why it is the oldest road in the world? Because it was mentioned in the Old Testament.
The King's Highway.
It is when Prophet Moses have sent messengers to the Edomites and asked them, can I cross the King's Highway? And refused. So what is the King's Highway? It's a road that connects the southern part of Jordan with the northern part crossing from the high plateau. It has been called the King's Highway because it crosses the three kingdoms. You have three kingdoms, which is the Edomites, Moabites, Ammonites. So that's why it was called King's Highway. Instead, the day road, which we are taking right now, it's called the Desert Highway.
Desert Highway.
It's a parallel road almost of the King's Way. Part of it was very old. It goes back to the Exodus period. Some of this road are newer during the Roman and the Byzantine. So what we have here, we have the southern part of Jordan, one of the biggest kingdoms like Nabatean Kingdom that we are going to visit. They have a lot of road, a lot of goods that they travel along these roads. During the time of the Romans, they wanted to protect the inner road from the attack of the Bedouins. So they built what is called as Via Militaris, it's a military road. Part of this road is military road, the Roman military road. We will be passing beside stations that known as castrum by the Romans, which is fortresses. Now, during the Byzantine, who was the Byzantine? The Byzantine is the Roman Empire that was divided in two sections. There is the Roman Empire of the East, the Roman Empire of the West. At a certain point, the Roman Empire of the West became much powerful, and one of the main characteristics of that period is giving Christianity the possibility to exit from their clandestiny and to become present inside the society. That's mean transforming and becoming a part of the society at that time. What they have done, they have made the military road a part of the main also road for their military during that time, but they called it Limus Arabicus. And a part of this road, it says Limus Arabicus.
What does it mean?
It's a limit of Arabia.
Oh.
What's the name of this road?
Because this is the end of the Roman Empire and the Byzantine period.
This crosses.
Right now, we consider this road as a dividing road between the high plateau and the desert of Jordan. So on your right hand side, it is the high plateau. On your left side, it's the beginning of the desert.
And the name of this road again is
Desert Highway.
Desert Highway.
During the time of the Exodus, this road was used.
Okay.
Part of it, which we don't know exactly this part, but from this side. When they refused the crossing by the King's Highway, they moved toward the south from the western side through Wadi Araba. There, Aaron have died. And you have seen yesterday at Mount Nebo the symbol of the shaft with the snake. Because of that event after the death of Aaron, they got angry with Moses. Aaron was the PR of Moses. He's the one who did all the talking.
That's right.
And Moses used to stutter. It wasn't easy for him to keep it. The other fact, you are feeling much more comfortable with somebody you were born with, raised with, than Moses. He was raised in the palace.
That's right.
So they felt much more easier with Aaron, and with his death they were a little bit confused. So they started to say to Moses, why you brought us here? We should have stayed in Egypt. We were better in Egypt. And snakes, vipers, start biting them.
That's what's on Mount Nebo.
So,
that area.
yeah, exactly. So Moses have asked God forgiveness, and God told him, put the shaft, over the shaft, put the snake. It's been used in Mount Nebo because it remembered Jesus, that he will be lifted on the cross as Moses have lifted the shaft in the middle of the wilderness. After that event from Finul, they moved out, they come to the Moabites land. And they asked the Moabites, can we cross your land? They said, no way. They even are worse than the Edomites. They sent even one of the oracles to curse them. This oracle, his name is Balaam ben Beor. But thanks to the donkey that he spoke with him, changed his mind. Mr. Shrek.
Donkey.
Now, where was that? What was that?
Huh?
Where's that? When did that happen?
Balaam.
Prophet, yeah.
Balaam.
So they moved in the Bible,
Yeah.
they say, they came to the land of Moab from the sunrise, from where the sun rises.
The Moabites.
That's where the sun rises. That is east. So they moved from the King's Highway to the desert highway, let's call it like this right now. And from there they came up to Mount Nebo. Because they crossed before what? Heshbon. And they fought against the Heshbonites. Then he repeated all of the laws and went to Mount Nebo. So he did not arrive to Mount Nebo coming from the King's Highway, but he came from this area, from this desert. So a part of the Exodus road is the desert highway.
Is this part of the 40 mile wilderness?
So what?
This is part of the 40 mile trek in the West Wilderness.
40 years. That's Sinai.
You mean the 40 miles or 40 years?
That is Sinai. That's the airport where you guys have arrived yesterday on the left. So this road, became a very old road. 8th century AD. All of this area was destroyed by earthquake. We have earthquakes each day.
Oh.
We don't feel it. Some of them, they got big wings. They destroy things. A lot of time we have a lot of destruction coming from the earthquakes. How come? Imagine this, like millions of years ago, this area was covered by sea. Everything was under the sea. We have few mountains above the sea which were in the southern part. Then the whole area have changed when the structure happened of the Great Rift Valley. What happened is the earth have opened up, creating a valley, and high plateaus came up on both areas because of the descent of the ground. The sea descended down and became what we see today. Now, the right-hand side, which is the eastern side of this huge opening, which is known as the Great Rift Valley, it moves, it slides easily toward the east. Toward the north, I'm sorry. It slides toward the north. Instead, the western one, I'm gonna get you some water.
Thank
Keep it in the bus.
Thank you.
So imagine that our crest of the western side is just sliding, keep sliding. The eastern side, I'm sorry, toward the north. We moved to today 90 miles.
Wow.
Each year we move about 1 centimeter.
Goodness.
One of these days we'll be in Europe. Who knows?
Not just generation the next one.
Let me get us a couple of waters.
The earliest civilization was birthed in this region,
Okay.
Mesopotamia. Yeah. See, America was discovered much later. Much later. Africa existed. Africa exists even in the Bible.
Yes, it does. And Asia.
India, the whole subcontinent of India. But America was discovered much later. America had natives. The British came. They colonized.
The Indians were there.
Yeah, the Indians were there.
Time of the King's Highway was 7,000 years ago.
7,000 years ago.
Thank you. Got me some water.
In the whale which swallowed Jonah, it was actually
Just talking about South
the
America.
belly of the whale, South America.
South America.
Gloria was not listening. Did you listen to that? Yeah.
No, the whale.
No, the whale is from South America actually.
Yeah.
Okay, yes, okay.
By the Romans. This is one of the castles. From this city we had a big Christian city. 2 saints of the Christian Orthodox or the Catholic Church. They belong from this city. They are called Zeno and Zinas. They were put to death as Romans because they did not accept to do the sacrifice for the emperor for their belief. It's called Zizia. Here is a cemetery on your right hand side, look at it. That's how the cemeteries are. Simple. So now what we will see along this road, as we go down south, we will be seeing some of the phosphate mines. Since this country, we are the 5th exporter of phosphate. 95% of the phosphate is used as fertilizer, 5% for industry. This is one of the main wealth of Jordan. So we don't have petroleum, we don't have gas, we don't have gold, we don't have diamonds. I don't know what happened, even though it's a holy land. But we don't have nothing that makes us wealthy. So we live from these small industries of mines that we have, like phosphate, like potash, we have sulfur, we have uranium. These are the main things. Tourism industry, it's like a wavy thing. It goes down, plunges down, stays for a few years, then comes up, stays up for another few years, then it plunges down. So it's not a stable industry. It goes up and down, which makes it very fluctuant as an industry that you cannot really depend as a source. In the last 5 years, we didn't have work. It started only in 2018, from the end of the 2018 started to pick up. So it's not something that is dependable. In the Senate, 150 in the Parliament, we have a female quota. That's a female seats. In the Parliament and the Senate, I think 20 and 10. All the laws should be approved by both of them. We have our constitution. It is inspired from the one of Belgium, French. It's not like, as I told you, Sharia law, we don't use them. And we have only the Sharia for wedding, for inheritance. Like the Christians here in Jordan, they have the Christian church. Depends on which part of the church you are with. You have different dominations. Now, I thought the radio started by itself.
Ali girlfriend.
So how powerful is the king? Because in Brunei, the king is...
The king have amendments. He can't even close the parliament. He's the one who declared peace and war. He's the one of the. He's the head of the army. He's the head of the state. So he do have powers.
So he has the ultimate authority.
Yeah, he controls us.
He's the one. He's trying to pass this to the people, but the people are not still mature. They are divided by tribes. It's very dangerous.
Yeah.
When it is tribal, because you don't want nobody except the other tribe to be better than him. You have to have a figure that can control the whole area. It's not easy. This guy had a tough life. As soon as became a king, Abdullah, as soon as became a king in 1999, you had the second intifada in Palestine. 2001, the Two Towers. 2003, invasion of Iraq. 2006, the war of Lebanon. It's been hard. It's not easy. You're living in a very hard neighborhood, and you have to have the ability to survive, because you're not wealthy, and you don't have a big army, and you have one of the longest borders between you and a guy called an enemy of the Arabs, which is Israel, that you made a peace treaty with. So I don't think it will be an easy job to have to manage everything like this. So it was very hard for him, but he comes from his father. His legacy of his father, it's very important. His father was a wise man. He always had the possibility of, like you are in a boat in the middle of the waves, and you are able to keep the boat going easily, which is not an easy job. Now, health. We are provided by health. Everybody can access the health system. You could, vaccination are free of charge. All what exams for the women are free of charge. Anti-conceptives are free of charge.
They're all coming.
Each
See, there he is. Look, the guy out there.
small village
Controlling
that
all-
have more than
controlling all those
500
sheep.
people,
And he's got his dog there, a sheepdog.
more than 500 people live in a village, you will have a clinic. There's a doctor. There is a maternity center. Now, the fact is, public, it's heavily loaded. Like you go to wait for a doctor, you have to wait probably, you find in front of you 40, 50. Now, if you need to be operated, you need to wait till they find a bed. Even though we have 111 hospitals, but a lot of them are private, not all of them are public. So what we do normally, we try to get a private also. Companies, if you work in a company, they will provide you with that. If you are like a freelance like me, I have to buy my own, insurance. This is the way that you can provide for yourself possibility to go to private hospitals without paying a lot of money. It doesn't $1,000 US per year, which is in front of what you pay like in the US. It's much less.
Yeah.
And
Now-
in Canada, we don't pay anything.
For you guys, Canada, England, and the States is the worst type of health system.
Well, no. People from Canada, they get it free, but they come to the U.S. to get a lot of major surgery.
Yeah, but they pay.
Some.
No, I mean, how somebody can get it for free?
Yes.
They pay by insurance. They pay
We get free the
But
lot of
Canada-
Mexicans
in
and
Canada-
Latinos, they all get the
In
stuff.
Canada,
They just go to the
our
hospital.
annual cost is $6,900,
They don't pay nothing.
and for you it's $9,300. But people are not getting enough service.
I think in the US the level of the cost of medicine is very high because there is a lot of insurance problem that you can, you have to pay an insurance because any mistake it can cost you millions of dollars by applying one of these suing the doctors and so on.
I've lived there all my life, and I haven't had a problem with my health insurance. I'm 76 years old.
Here we have one of the biggest penitentiaries in Jordan. It's called Swaga. This is the place even where we have the death penalty by hanging. Yeah. We stopped the death penalty till 2014. We brought it back.
Oh. Crime was high here.
No,
No crime.
it is, but it's not that big, not that high. That means, like, if you walk by the streets, you're not scared to be mugged. What is the worst type of crimes we have? It's tribal wars between, like, you'll be driving your
that the
car and you
penitentiary?
hunt to somebody,
Yeah.
and this guy got angry, he probably will
That's
get the
penitentiary.
gun and shoot you. This is how the problem is here. And a lot of, they bluff a lot. Yeah, they come and they will sell you a land for 2 million dinars and they are not the owners. I mean,
It looks like guard houses.
some people like that. This is the worst thing. Or checks. This is worse from another one. They buy from you thing, they will write you a check, but there is no, you don't have any money. So now they put you in prison for it, so they can get it less and less. This phenomenon, which is very bad because you're not, if you are working in any kind of job for commerce, you buy things and imagine yourself paying so much money and then you find yourself that you sell them with empty-handed, nothing, just empty check.
But when they receive the check, don't they check it?
No, here what they do, they will give you the check. Sometimes they will tell you cash it after the 1st of June. And they write 1 June 2000. You go and cash it after 1 of June, nothing.
News yesterday, someplace, they had 70 people executed. Maybe I'm not sure.
So you have a lot of sunshine, right?
We have approximately in the year about 300 days of sun.
Wow.
Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy.
That's
Pretty things. Or you take a video. My phone will not work.
Like from yesterday.
It doesn't go on phone. On photo, it goes straight on camera.
Mm-hmm.
Can take a photo. Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you go.
I just have to escape.
You gotta push it in hard.
Early in Jordan. We were there yesterday.
Just want to get a picture of you in here.
Oh, I'm good.
Over there by.
To make it allowed to enter to airport.
Okay.
Yep. That's all. And then you in your country you can make it sharp. It's okay.
Okay.
Yep.
So this is like a. I can go on.
Jordanian, and this one little bit old. Can read it here.
Okay. That's a Jordanian.
Yeah.
What type of item is this?
Oh yeah,
Like, is it it's not a short sword. Is it like a dagger or?
Yeah.
It's a dagger. Okay.
they don't even make
Okay.
this codex anymore.
We call it shibriya. And then in your clothes you have a special hanger.
Okay.
And
Okay.
then you walk. Yeah, that's all.
Okay. Thank you for the information. I appreciate it.
You are all five. You must charge $5.
I get the interest on it.
And like this one is covered by camel pawn.
Okay.
Yep. And this one is it complete?
Like it's made out of bone.
Pawn.
Yep. The exterior look is made out of bone.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then here we have Oman knife. The collection made it from Oman. This one, and then this one from Yemen.
Okay.
The rule in Yemen to use it, if you're fighting with someone and you take it off, it must get back with the blood.
Yeah.
Must.
Yeah.
If he doesn't get back with the blood, he will make a blood from his skin.
Okay.
So be careful with Yemen people, okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay.
We are about 1,600 meters.
Above sea level.
لازم تقعد قديم هيك بتضلك ماشي فيها بعدين بتلاقي الشارع. هلا لو كان شوي بدك تروح لليسار ترجع. غليظة.
Muslims who around
ما عاد فيش غليظة. Imagine that we are back to a road which is the King's Highway.
Oh, this is
Yes. And some tracks you can still see them. Look. In this, on the right hand side, there is pieces of the track, you still see them paved.
this is like the old ancient one.
could see the track in about 8 feet, 10 feet from the road, main road. There are pieces of stones put together that used to be the old King's Highway. Here is some, look at this, look at it. Look at the open, these are stones from the highway. Now we're gonna see them up, normally you can see them up here when there is no greenery. But this is the old King's Highway. So we're back from the desert highway to the King's Highway, and then Petra, it's not located on the King's Highway. It's far from the King's Highway.
So this is going so fast you can't see. Goodbye. It says goodbye. My ears popping.
The beginning of Wadi Musa, look at this hill. This is an Edomite area. There's been the discovery of an Edomite village close to the water, which is called the Springs of Moses. One of the main reasons that this area was inhabited from a very old time, it is the presence of a lot of springs of water. Remember, where there is a city, there is water. That is the main thing.
This area?
This area had 430 springs. The Nabatean have created a unique irrigation system that you won't believe. That when you enter the city of Petra, it was all an oasis, greenery, waterfalls.
Look at these things.
Okay.
Must be interesting.
Here we have arrived to Wadi Musa, the Valley of Moses. Civic area where all of the trades would have been done, and inside that area there is the holy area where they did all of the rituals and everything. This is Petra Magic Restaurant where we will have lunch. Here.
Rugged them down to it.
So when these houses are built, those ones.
There's a few from the 1800, some of them from the 1700. Some of these old villages are transformed to hotel. Look at the back of you here. That's a big hotel. It was an old village. They discovered terraces that were built by the Nabatean, irrigation systems. The Nabateans were incredible in hydraulic engineering. Water pipelines, water channels, irrigation by drops. This is the main city of Wadi Musa.
know. Got the bus parked at an angle in Petra.
There's a trash barrel. We might get trash.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw this.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Let me-
That's pretty right now. That's Peter, y'all to get in here.
What's the flags?
I think you look good. All right. You get out of the flags.
It's only one God.
Only one God.
One God, yeah. Okay, ready to go?